Well, that's one of the most lucrative job profiles that a CFA has. One of the highest paid profiles a CFA can enter. Someone who's cleared their CFA level 1 and has minimal to none experience will get offered around CFA jobs and salaries that a candidate can work in after finishing their CFA or even partially completing it, maybe completing level 1, level 2, or all three levels. In today's video, we'll be going in depth about the kind of roles there are and what does a CFA earn on average. If you do like such kind of videos and want to keep watching such videos, then consider subscribing to our channel, because here at Zell Education, we upload a lot of educational videos which help budding professionals like you. Jumping into today's video, the very first thing we need to understand is what kind of salaries are we looking at if we are looking at CFA as a global qualification. Well, in 2020, the CFA Institute listed out a report which said that the global average salary for a candidate is about $175,000, and a CFA has its highest job prospects in countries and cities like the United States, Hong Kong, Singapore, and neighboring. We need to understand that this might differ from country to country, and we'll talk later about specifics in India. First, let's try and understand what kind of jobs are. Well, if we look at the CFA curriculum, then we will understand that a CFA over time becomes an expert in portfolio management. Well, that's one of the most lucrative job profiles that a CFA has. Now, what does a portfolio manager do? Well, as the name suggests, a portfolio manager will manage the portfolio of various institutions, various individuals, and maybe work for corporations which provide this service. If an institute has a lot of money and they want someone to help manage that portfolio, as in plan where to invest, how much to invest in what, a portfolio manager comes in, understands the client's profile, how much risk are they willing to take, and helps in managing their portfolio. Another very lucrative profile that CFAs go for is investment banking. Well, we've all heard of investment banking, but what does someone do inside investment banking? Well, things like mergers and acquisition, things like due diligence, valuation services, etc. are all offered in investment banking. When we talk about things like due diligence, it's about checking whether a company who's about to be purchased or merged is showing the right financials, it's showing the right worth, the value or not. When we're talking about valuation, we're talking about valuing a company so that the right investment decisions can be made. It's these kind of decisions, these kind of work profiles that a candidate in investment banking would be exposed to. Both portfolio management and investment banking are one of the highest paid profiles a CFA can enter. Moving forward, let's try and understand other roles that a CFA can do. Roles like equity research, where a CFA is exposed to looking at various securities, researching about them, trying to find the value propositions, trying to find undervalued stocks, and recommending it to whoever the client might be. There are profiles like risk management, where a candidate is exposed to various risks associated with investments and mitigating them to the best level and taking better decisions to minimize the risk a client is exposed to. Further, we have fields like private wealth management, where an institute or a professional can directly give services to a high net worth individual who wants his individual portfolio managed by someone who's a professional in the field, and who better to employ than a CFA. A lot of CFAs also end up in positions of sales and trading, working on the front line, talking to customers, converting them, allowing them to invest in securities depending on their risk appetite. Finally, let's talk about fields like corporate finance, compliance. These are fields where a CFA helps in things like financial planning, budgeting, raising capital. In compliance, the candidate works in ensuring that all the laws and regulations are followed when it comes to the company's financial decisions, financial structure, investments, and all other related fields. It is important understanding that the jobs offered and the salaries offered differ from candidate to candidate, location, level of experience, the company hiring, and much more. But if you look at a general trend, someone who's cleared their CFA level 1 and has minimal to none experience will get offered around 5 to 7 lakhs per annum. And someone who's completed their CFA and maybe is a charter holder or has the necessary years of experience is looking at a salary anywhere above 10 lakhs, provided they are applying for the right profiles that a CFA is supposed to work in. If you found this video to be valuable and it helped you make a better decision when it comes to pursuing CFA, then please let us know in the comment section. If you have any more questions, then you can use the video's description and reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions directly. If you do want to stay in touch with us and keep watching our videos, then consider subscribing and leaving a like so that we know we're on the right track to adding value for you guys. Thank you.